reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never try. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out. Hit the gym. Hit the field. Hit the win. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job. You can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Denver Broncos and our home team. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now on 2nd and 13, Taylor. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Phillips. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, here's Taylor, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, it's Williams. 21 yards there on 3rd down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helped for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
March 47. March 47.
They go play action with Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. This is Kelly. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. River Craycraft deep for Denver. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Gordon on 1st down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go. Go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for Royce Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. With that, let's take a look here at the Charger defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Let's see what you got. Hey, switch gears.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Just like that.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a yard, Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 3rd and short. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Jarrell Casey doesn't get the attention that he deserves, but he is an absolutely terrific defensive tackle. The best player on just about any team he would play on.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Taylor. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And Allen's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, they picked up the 1st down. But I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped. And I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot. And it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair it goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Check, 47.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Play action. Now Taylor. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And it's complete. Henry. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. On second down, this is Jackson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
And that set up everything in the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Locke. And his throw is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Gordon. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Go now. 8, read. On
2nd down, it's Gordon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They look to throw. It's locked. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. He completes it to Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Yeah. 51, Mike, 51. Here we go.
Now Kelly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play action, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They fake the handoff, now Locke.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They run it here with Gordon. And he will try, but he can't. He can't escape the end zone. Gordon is taken down, and it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. This is brought in at the 21.
That's it, baby. We got 1.
The Charger offense set to take over, led by Tyrod Taylor. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Taylor. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The pass there complete to Sutton. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He did have the touchdown.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent. On second and 11 now. Taylor. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Chargers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Taylor looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Block off of play action. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked so well. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now it's Jackson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Lock now on 1st down. That's complete to Jake Butt. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown. Melvin Gordon. 30 yards, and the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action now. Taylor. They'll roll him out. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
That's it, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's returnable for Craycraft. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Throwing now is Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Locke to throw. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll boost their lead to 9. It's 17-8.
On
first down, Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Locke on the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Flushed out right. Going deep here for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, 47. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Switch.
Play action. Now Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Justin Jones there on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kelly. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Shoot up.
They go play action with Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 2nd down now. It's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the run, this is Jackson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a 1 possession.
On the set. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go.
Block now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think we're seeing the effect that starting to have on this game.
On the double. 149. Yeah, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball right here. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Now.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Throwing his lock on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack? I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Yes. Got to get a score. Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On the delay, it's Kelly. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Taylor will throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they try. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did. Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there. Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the catch made, it's Patton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. On the draw. Here's Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 44, Taylor. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Allen's got it, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action, it's Taylor. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now it's Taylor. And it's caught. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there, as his guys are back within a single score.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They run again with Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw with Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Keenan Allen did a great job
making that catch. To make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Taylor, flush to his right, and he will score
in the end zone.
Tyrod Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they can now even it with the extra point.
Tyrod Taylor.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight in middle third of the field.
Shortest
Other
distance
than
between 2 points.
Chargers all day, Tyrod will.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2.
Oh, and a big hit from
past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Intercepted by Tillman.
Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
4th interception for Denver Broncos. They are on.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
that field goal.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well.
Games
where you've seen a guy have a big game like this, it's usually not by himself. It opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On 2nd and 9, Taylor flushed out right.
Oh, it's incomplete.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a you blanket the field.
Wow, they've got a kid in
the throw incomplete as well. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
He'll play an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Lock going to throw. A quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick.
And it back at the 42-yard line and we get target.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Lock. And that will be incomplete.
Overtime. Like they are.
Run or pass it. They've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just a yard.
Again at the 9-yard line.
And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Chargers. Now, they've got work to do with this.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in this game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. On 2nd down at 4. Taylor, he sets the and he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker. And thinks that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game.
Here with the